What's up, you guys? It's Galadon. You're watching Galadon Gaming. Thank you so much for stopping by to check out some crazy battles. Maybe some of the craziest battles I've ever seen in the game. So close. Amazing come from behind victories. And right here we've got Gunshy going up against Bow Speed. And I don't know, it's just the way this game is set up, you guys. There are so many potential battles that just end up super close. There's always the chance to come back if you don't rage quit like somebody I know. And, you know, that's why I feel like this game has a huge future in esports. I mean, just look at the King's Cup. Come on, it is good stuff. So let's check out as we've got Gunshy versus Bow Speed right here. Well played, looks like an actual good-mannered taunt there sent in to compliment his opponent on a pretty well-played counter. In comes the Miner and the Royal Giant and a couple of Barbarians. Doesn't look good. The Zap spell, call that Immaculate Zap. That's what I call that, when the Zap spell gets every single skeleton of the skeleton army out of the way. And that is bad news for Gunshy's tower. Well under 1,000 hit points, and we've only seen a minute of this battle pass so far. Does not look good, but don't give up. Gunshy, the type of guy not to quit when he's behind. He's going to push, even though the minions are going to get there and just about finish off that tower. Under 200 hit points left, a minute 38, and now it's Gunshy's turn, putting together a Hog Rider minion push that gets just about nowhere. The Fire Spirits and the Barbarians stop that push completely, and the tower almost untouched. Alright, Gunshy getting a little nervous on the clicking there, trying to decide what to do next, waiting for the elixir to build up. As you can see, again, Bow Speed with that Miner Royal Giant combination. Deadly if not countered correctly. And it looks like it's Gunshy's turn to try another push, this time with a skeleton army. A single Ice Spirit getting in there, and sure enough, this time, success. Lots of damage on that tower before finally the Barbarians and the minions stop it. But again, Gunshy still well behind, and it's that left lane tower that is going to fall to the Miner, and now Bow Speed up 1-0 with about 45 seconds left in this battle. Gunshy trying again with the same combination. This time the Hog Rider does get there. Here comes the Miner in behind, and that's going to be extra damage, almost tying things up. Not quite. 35 seconds remain. Gunshy's got to get something onto that other tower, and the ever dangerous middle deployment of the Royal Giant. One of my least favorite aspects of the entire game is the ability to drop that Royal Giant in directly on top of your opponent's tower once one tower is down. But check it out, right lane, there goes the Hog Rider and the Miner combination, and that means tie ball game with 12 seconds left. We are going into overtime, and a very tight battle is just underway. Another Royal Giant countered with the Ice Spirit and the Barbarians, going to grind it down, but again, so annoying. No way to stop it unless you're Psychic. It is always going to get a couple of hits off on the tower, and check it out, left lane, Skeleton Army, Hog Rider, Barbarians, everybody closing in from two different angles. In comes the Miner as well, and that entire push pretty much shut down. Now, Gunshy does get some hit point damage on that tower, but as you can see, his right lane tower much more badly damaged than his opponent's, so it's going to be tough. Final 30 seconds. Doesn't look real good. Gunshy having to focus on the defense. Again, here comes the Royal Giant, timed with the minions this time, and that is a tough one. The Fireball doesn't really get anybody. Finally, the Royal Giant goes down, and Gunshy's tower not looking good. Somehow, it doesn't look possible that Gunshy could pull this out with about 15 seconds left. It does not just look like there's any way you could take a tower, but check it out. Miner, in comes the Skeleton Army from the right-hand side, and the Skeletons right there, just grinding the tower down. 3, 2, 1, and just a split second before it goes down. And check out on the right side, the Royal Giant, one more shot, and he takes that tower down. An incredible 2-1 victory, one of the closest battles I have ever seen. But wait, Galadon says, there's more. Here comes Cart FA up against Via Muerte, and as you can see, it looks like maybe that, I'm not sure, Lethal Knights? Somebody misspelled lethal in that clan? I hate to think, but alright. So we've got Cart versus Via, and Cart again using the Furnace. Gotta be probably my favorite card right now. And Via Muerte using what I would say is probably about the least effective card right now, the Elixir Collector. Just so expensive, such a mistake if you put it down and allow your opponent to damage it. And just about everybody's going to have a Lightning or a Fireball to counter that Elixir Collector these days. And sure enough, you will see Cart make sure that Via Muerte gets no profit off of that Elixir Collector. Now in comes the skeleton army along with the Hog Rider, getting a few shots off on the tower, but that lumberjack's so fast. He's impossibly fast with that axe. Just so many strikes. It's amazing how much damage he can get put out. And I'm actually surprised we don't see more of the lumberjack. Now Villa Muerte with a taunting laugh against Cart right there. Not sure what that was about, but no doubt Cart is ready to go. And the tears, not sure what that was about either. Here comes the fireball on the elixir collector, and that is rage. I mean, come on. What can you expect? You've got to figure nobody's going to let you get that elixir collector off. But maybe this was a brilliant move, luring out the fireball so he can drop the Three Musketeers. He's laughing at Cart, but Cart's not afraid. Cart has no fear. That seems like an actual pretty good move right there. You're baiting out the fireball so that it won't be used on your Musketeers. Maybe you're baiting out the lightning spell. In come the Musketeers on the right-hand side, but a zap and a skeleton army just about stops them. Unfortunately, a couple of them left firing on that tower. The fire spirits get in there as well. One fire spirit, the giant, and another bad manners taunt from Villa Muerte. The crying eyes as he grabs the first tower. But again, this is full attack, people. We do not give up. Okay, they do not give up. I try not to. But anyway, we've got under a minute left. You can see that Cart has made some inroads to both towers, although neither one is just about to fall. It looks like he could grab one tower or the other. In comes the Hog Rider on the stronger of the two towers, getting melted by the Three Musketeers once again. And now he's got to deal with that before he can focus on offense. So the fireball on the two on the right-hand side takes out one. The giant getting distracted by the furnace. The knight down to stop the musketeer on the left. Archer's down trying to stop that solo musketeer on the right. He's going to have to do something else. There it is. Skeleton army. Unfortunate, but he had to get it down to stop that musketeer. On the left-hand side, though, here comes the Hog Rider, and it looks like that could tie the ball game, or the match, or the battle, whatever you want to call it. There it is. I got World Series on the brain still, even after watching the Cubs win. All right, so as time counts down, we're going to go into overtime, tied 1-1, and it's a close one. The Rage spell enraging the giant, enraging the Three Musketeers. That could be devastating, but somehow he stops them. The extra zap spell in there, but the fireball had blasted them out of the radius of the Rage. All the Musketeers go down somehow. That could have been GG, game over right there. 45 seconds left in overtime. And while Cart wants to push, he obviously has to be very careful about defending that giant and the Three Musketeers. Down to the final 30 seconds. Here comes the giant on the left-hand side, but a big push from Cart down the right. Is it going to be a race to the tower? No, Cart is going to put down the furnace, slow down that giant. He figures his opponent obviously is not going to be able to drop Three Musketeers. The knight doesn't get in there. The mega minion stops the knight. Here comes a very dangerous lumberjack. As the giant falls, the lumberjack is going to get distracted by the knight. Great use of the knight right there. The knight and the minions make that rage spell completely ineffective. And on the right-hand side, the Hog Rider moves in, merges with the minions. On top of the tower they go. Great fireball, and despite the use of the elixir collector, Cart grabs it, and look at the time. 1 second left. A crazy, crazy end to another very, very close battle. Well, you guys, thank you so much, as always, for your well wishes for Galamont, for watching the channel, for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I know I say it every single episode, but I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Please do leave that thumbs up, leave a comment. I will do my best to reply. And most of all, remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Full attack.